Hey guys, what is up? Weekend1 here, going to be showing you guys off this game. It's not new at all, but it may be new to most of you. It's called Empire's Dawn of the Modern World. It is one of my favorite games of all times, but it's like a few years old. And, I mean, I think it's always pretty good, but especially for being like 10 years old, this game's amazing. Anyways, as you can see, it's kind of a RTS, real-time strategy game. Yeah, so you basically build up an army, build barracks, factories, etc., research stuff, and get upgrades, granary for farms, use your civilians to do just about everything but fight. I mean, you can use them to fight, but I would strongly suggest not using them to fight. Anyways, like my wood force, that's absolutely nothing compared to the other nations, I'm sure. Well, these guys don't have too many people getting wood. That's unusual. If China was in this one, you'd see a ridiculous amount of people gathering wood. That's what it normally is. Anyways, when I was actually playing this game, you couldn't see everyone else's what they were doing on the map, but I just wanted to do that just so you guys can get a little bit of perspective going on. This is what it would normally look like for me. I can only see that far, so I have no idea what's coming. Nothing. It's a lot harder. Maybe you can see I got Germany. I got a U-boat here. I actually built a massive amount of planes, and this isn't like 3 times fast forward, by the way. So it'll go by a little faster. But I built a massive amount of planes here, so launch an attack. I think I'm gonna murder them. It's completely wrong. Attack, apparently not. Alright, so they took out my U-boat there. It kind of pissed me off. They're about to kill all my fishing boats. I think I actually do want to watch them all this time. They launched 3 deaths, this is the 3rd. I finally managed to kill them all. They actually killed those U-boats, and that was the last one remaining. See what Air Force being built here. I'm not sure why I tried to build more stuff. But that's how not to really save those. Boats are cranking out the planes here. As you can see, their militaries are probably much larger than mine at this point, because I got some resources there for that, and show you the best system for gathering resources. And then I build an army, which can really be good sometimes because you get like a giant army later on, but it's very bad in the beginning because you can be taken out kind of easily. But I finally started building some defenses. I have some towers here to shoot water and land units, and I have some AA guns here to take out enemy planes, which I actually don't attack for a long time, but we do attack eventually. You can see these nations. Look at this. Look at this amount of. This is the French, I believe. They're killing it on their wood. And they can put more men on per resource. I can only put 6 per, I think they put like 8. Let's see, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. They have 7. It's unusual. I don't know. I guess it's one of the other benefits, because each nation has its own benefits and stuff. Like America has nuclear bombers, which are a little overpowered, but they don't have anti-aircraft guns, which is really detrimental if you're trying to be defensive. As long as you're attacking, America's the way to go. Seems like that in real life too. Anyways, you guys start to colonize these islands in the middle, the neutral islands. And I don't actually get around doing that until a little bit later, because I've just now acquired all the resources and started draining all the resources in my base. Pretty soon I'm about to start launching an attack. Yeah, I already start building some planes. It's 6 fighters right now. 1 little soldier. That's more being built. Yep. Oh, the tank's being built? No. Not yet. This is when I start my massive defensive operation. You see all these. This is unusual amount of people building stuff. Usually there's 1 or 2 citizens to build stuff, but most boats are super powerful for Germany. But usually you only have like 1 or 2 people building stuff. This one I have tons and tons. Oh yeah, this is when I sent my fighters out to go and investigate this island. So we can get into some sick dogfights.
Tower complete.
control the planes are. You get them to do what you want. You don't actually get to fly them, obviously, but it's just that they have to turn turning radius and turn and move and etc. Yeah, the planes I think wind up winning out this battle because they just have more. Russian planes are not better than German planes though. I don't think. But I know Germans have super powerful tanks, so that's why I start cranking out later. But what pissed me off was I built like 15 tanks, loaded them up onto some boats, started shipping them out. We got ambushed like 5 submarines, taken out instantly. I was like, that cost like 4,000 gold. It was ridiculously expensive to build that many units. I was so mad. I even had escorts for them. I had U-boats and battleships with them. But they just had so many U-boats coming up that they just took them out. I mean submarines, not U-boats, because only Germany has U-boats. Anyway, I come in here and just wipe these guys out pretty soon. Not sure when. Yep, here we go.
Secure the hold. Need a pickup.
Loaded that up. Put all my citizens on the next one.
Need a pickup.
Oh, I'm waiting on here. I have to put some more citizens to come. Yep, here they come. There's a ton. Oh, they're done building stuff there. So
secure the hold. Need a pickup.
See, I send out the escorts with them every time. It just doesn't always work out. Remember, I can't see you I'm still like in this point of view.
Armed torpedoes. Secure the hold.
Secure the area. Attack.
Start building over time too.
Secure the area.
I'm not sure if my first attempt to colonize the island was successful or not. I think it was. I may have lost a couple citizens, but I think it was.
Secure the area. Attack. Secure the
There
area.
were other times where it was not successful at all.
Secure the area.
Yeah. Infantry are horrible for taking down buildings, so I wouldn't suggest doing that normally. But I didn't feel like bringing over some tanks or anything yet. They didn't have it built, so I just didn't want to do it. I'll be sure to leave the annotations skipping to the major action points. And I apologize for the coughing. Not really sure what's going on there.
We're under attack.
Said go and build a fortress just in case we attack. Settlement so I can go and drop off resources there. The German infantry are pretty good. Even German land units are good, but that means all their other units kind of suffer besides the U-boats.
We're under attack.
Get attacked. All I need to do is these fighters. Fighters can't do much to these guys, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I decided I didn't want them getting taken out anymore, so I just went ahead and put them inside that fortress for a little while.
We're under attack.
Oh gosh, yeah, this is when the units come up. They do this a couple times. I'll send in like squads of these guys and just take them out. They're healed by the stop right here. Not very much. Getting like 10 every few seconds and then taking like 100 damage and then 200 damage. So barely anything, but it's just enough to win sometimes.
U-boat standing by. Torpedoes.
We're under attack.
These planes start coming in and bubbles again. Oh, here he goes.
We're under attack.
This is a very, very small amount of planes. Like, this is early game type stuff. Later on, oh my gosh. There's like hundreds of planes flying in.
We're under attack.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
What am I doing back then?
Yeah.
This entire thing of wood was just depleted, so I had to build a new settlement over here with these wood. Well, wood starts going up ridiculously fast. In the beginning you need tons of wood because you're building buildings and like all it takes is wood. So you need tons of wood in the beginning, but later on in the game you'll see I have like thousands and thousands of wood because I don't really need it. Gold though you need a lot, and food you need a lot. 200 food and 800 gold to build a King Tiger tank, so they're pretty expensive. It's only 70 and 80. 70 gold and 80 food to build a infantry. And only 50 food to build a citizen. Oh yeah, bring over another shipload of these guys, and then put 6 into there to make it a town center, and then started building more of them.
Secure the area.
Started getting all the gold. I wanted all the gold here.
Secure the area.
I could get that one pretty soon. It didn't have very much gold on this island. It had 3 in one little location, then after that there's like nothing else on the island. So I built a giant airfield here soon. I get attacked pretty soon though. Over here. I'm not sure who does it, I forget, but Yellow, the United Kingdom, the Yellow, they start getting ridiculously powerful pretty soon. You'll see they've already colonized the center island, taking out all the purple stuff that's on it, well, starting to. And they built the biggest air force I think I've ever seen. I launched a giant air force attack on their base thinking I could take them out. I launched like 50 bombers and like 70 fighters at them. Where's the airfield? I don't remember. It's like, they built one like right in here. I tried to take it out. They took out every single plane before it reached right here. It was ridiculous. I didn't have like a single bomber come home. I was so upset. I lost so much money right there. I basically take out Russia at one point. They keep coming back because you can't exactly kill them all because you can't find them all. There's just sneaky little buttholes. But I take out everyone on this island, and then I take out everyone on this island, and I go back to this island. And then Yellow starts coming in and starts harassing me, so we don't ever eventually take him out. It's just a pain. Wait, this one, start building a little bit of a navy. I don't like big navies usually. Not a big navy person. No matter what game it is, I just don't like the navy for some reason. This is where I start building some King Tiger. They got 2 King Tigers, you don't need 1. Costs a ton of money. I also build rockets. I never launched the rockets because rockets get taken out in like 1 shot by a fighter. But if they ever start running low on fighters, you just send in some rockets and just blast the hell out of them. I mean, it's definitely the best strategy. Another benefit of Germany is you don't have to build houses. Like for every 10 units, usually you have to build a little house like you'll see Russia did. Like all over the place. Let me see. Usually building groups. A group of 4 houses. Okay. Well, I feel like I should definitely have more houses. Weird. Oh, yep, another group of 4. What's on this island? Group of 4. 4. Yeah, they just build a bunch of like groups of houses because they have to build 4 like houses. No, 1 house for every 10 units. So this is a benefit to having a navy. You can just bomb the heck out of people on shore. Looks like these guys are getting their butts kicked by these guys though. Ironically enough, a bunch of guys with pistols taking out battleships. Oh, they have a submarine. That might have something to do with it. The only people who can shoot at submarines are when they like rise up, anyone can shoot at them. But when they're down, the only people who can do it are other submarines and America's battleships, which is just a pain. Anyway, British people can swim. They're special soldiers. They can swim up and put bombs through the only the water in the water, believe it or not. They're shitty ducks, quite literally. I was wondering why these guys moved out. I never saw them kill those guys. Put myself another farm here. Is there more air units yet? No, I didn't have to get around to the right air units early on. What am I doing over here? So yeah, I'm building even more infantry. Got all that gold colonized and getting torn up. And stone's a big one too, because stone, you have to have stone in order to get towers. Towers are pretty essential. Oh yeah, this is when before I move out. Look at that. Oh, what's going on?
Tiger Battalion here.
Ah, what the heck? Okay, that shows you grass, I guess.
Need a secure the hold.
You see, I'm trying to load up on the tanks.
Secure the hold.
This isn't when we get taken out. It's later on when we get all of them taken out. Put 1 commander or sergeant for all these troops. And I have them getting picked up too, and then we'll launch an invasion on Russia. The invasion is really successful because right now they just launched an attack on, I think it was yellow, so they don't even have barely any military troops at base. They have these guys and a few tanks and artillery and stuff, but they get their butts whooped. And I barely lose. I eventually lose everything but one King Tiger tank and one soldier, I believe. But they lose so many buildings in that fight. I go ahead and send my ships down there to scout out the way. Hoping no subs happen to come up and find these guys as I bring them down.
We're under attack.
Yeah, you guys pick up the oh yeah, submarine does come up.
Secure the
So
hold.
being extremely
Secure the
careful.
hold. Secure the hold.
I've used that
Secure
ship.
the hold.
It's King Tiger tank and
Secure
all
the
in
hold.
but luckily,
Need to pick up.
one of the 3 King Tiger tanks manages to get these guys off before
We're under attack.
and you just like, this is down for some reason. We just get shot at. But I lost the King Tiger tank and a bunch of the infantry there. Some reason a pain. This is when I went ahead and launched my Air Force at him.
We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack.
Okay, I get it. We're under attack. We're getting, yeah, my planes are being shot at by fighters. When your planes are returning to base, they're so vulnerable because they can only go in a straight line.
Size matters. Secure the
We're
hold.
under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack.
Orders received.
Hopefully it's not too loud. Getting what it means. I turn it pretty far down. But no one likes pretty quiet, so. I'm not sure why I had those troops just sitting there doing nothing. I think they were waiting on a boat or something. Yeah. I'll start going these Zeppelins because they can transport troops too. They can't transport tanks. They can transport like 10 of these though. I keep launching bombing runs on these guys. They do a pretty good bit of damage.
Need a pickup.
Oh yeah, finally one ship of troops.
On the way.
Try to aim for their airport.
Secure.
Not too hard.
Size matters.
Déjelo.
Orders. Size matters. Advance to cut.
We're under attack.
The only reason to take out houses is that way they can't build more military. They have to put more houses before they can build their military back up to fighting back. Which is probably wrong. The Russian citizens. You can see one thing that now when they put on attack on the barrage, they shoot 2 feet from them. It's really unfortunate. But basically the Russian citizens they can suicide bomb, which is such a pain.
Size matters.
We're under attack.
Advance to contact.
and then there's a lightning storm on these troops that are and I'll take a lot of them. And then put them in like that. Crazy crap to do. It's good to do. But every like enforces fucking me and 4 away everything. 2 things. Kill for myself is too. Pretty fun. So I decided to go and pull these guys out. These guys I can drain up like they're pretty heavy and they don't want to use them. So I'll put them back, put them over here and let them heal. I keep my flame bombing runs going.
Secures.
Okay, the Purples are employing a ton of submarines coming through here. Luckily, my neighbor was destroyed. Well, it's not really lucky, but... Or maybe it was over here. Do they have a navy? No. Oh, it's over here. Oh, there it is. There we are. Trying to make them. You guys pick out the groups. Should have left that one who's like basically dead heal, but I didn't. Anyway, Russia's getting a ridiculous amount of resources from this island. That's probably why I wasn't able to take them out on my following runs. They could build more stuff every time I blew it up. No matter how many people I killed. So I didn't know they had so many citizens down here. I saw these and I managed to kill a few of them, I think, but their citizens are a pain in the butt to kill because they're suicide bombing. Tutorials on how to do it. I'm not sure if they still work, but they do exist. So everybody's on the modern world, just look it up. Should be like first thing that pops up.
Flip. Flip.
This thing goes so slowly. It takes 8 every
Tiger battalion.
second. So it like takes an hour to heal that thing.
Yep.
Maybe literally an hour. I'm not even kidding, it's ridiculously long.
We're under
This is 3 times fast forward too.
We're under attack.
Oh yeah, 7 times killed inside.
Secure there.
Okay, they go to suicide, kill half my troops. So I said watch them over here.
Secure there.
Every time they go to suicide, I try and shoot at them.
Secure there. Secure the area. We're under secure.
I feel like they're doing it, they do that.
Secure the area. Secure. We're under secure.
Oh yeah, this is in the yellow zone.
Secure the attack.
Fighters and the Russians.
We're under attack.
Start pissing me off. There's no teams by the way in this. You can get extra.
We're under attack.
Teams like piss me off. They call for resources and then get mad at me when
We're
I kill
under
them.
attack. We're under
So what I
attack.
do is a glitch like you can drop nuclear bombs on your teammates. So if you stay on your base and drop a nuclear bomb on them, they can't do anything to you.
Secure the
computers
hold.
are so stupid to try to break the alliance.
Secure the hold. Secure the hold.
We're under
Secure the hold.
Dock complete.
Wait, this is the
We're under attack.
Germany's Brand Red Gate.
We're under attack.
It's a Germany's been wonders type
We're
thing.
under attack.
And they can make tons and tons and tons of gold there. This is when I start
We're under
building my,
attack.
really start building on my planes. I mean, yeah, I've already started a little bit here. But I build literally like a couple hundred planes. I'll build 5 airports there eventually. Only 2 right now though. They go AA guns all around them because when planes chase them back to base, they just get shot right out of the sky. It's awesome.
We're under attack.
These bombers start taking damage though eventually from these battleships and stuff, so I decided to leave the base because the gradual damage will kill them. They're pretty expensive to replace. Yep, I'm still building planes.
We're under attack.
Just give me the bird.
I'm getting ready to launch my
Need a
big
pickup.
attack. I think this is when all these tanks
Need
die.
a pickup.
And I was so mad.
We're under attack. Jawohl.
Oh yeah, this is when the purple starts launching attacks on me. It was pissing me off. Then when the purples and orange started launching attacks on me, that was like
We're under
a
attack.
random. Yeah, my brain was like every single time on this ship. So lucky. Deep is gonna start on the AA guns. And start launching even more
Off
planes.
the bay.
This is very small plane attacks compared to what I do later. But I launch a massive scale attack, and they just counter with massive scale plane attack, and they wind up winning so much because they didn't deploy a single bomber, and half my troops were bombers, so the fighters just knocked them straight off the stone.
Colonel.
Continue to deploy fighters. I like to keep them to watch over because they just need some fighters over there. Try to keep them from deploying them.
Tower. We're under attack.
Yeah, the purple just screws with me a couple times. They don't really do anything. They try to launch a couple attacks, but they just get rejected every time. They just give up.
We're under attack.
No, they don't. They didn't launch a couple of troops. Forgot about that.
Tower complete. We're under attack.
I'm gonna take the whole base. Multiple times. They lost a ton of troops there. So I have a large number of aerial I know last time I tried to invade it didn't work so well, so I'm just gonna try to massacre everything here now. But they've already rebuilt basically their entire base back here.
We're under attack.
So, like exactly how
We're
it
under
was too.
attack. We're under attack.
Oh yeah,
We're
then
under
the yellow
attack.
starts coming in.
We're under
The yellow
attack.
sends in their fighters and starts taking out my bombers and stuff.
Orders received.
That just pisses me off because we're both trying to kill the Russians and they just send in troops to help them out basically.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
Oh gosh, this is going to be
We're under attack. We're under attack.
No, lose all my carrier ships too.
We're under
I
attack.
need to all my tanks up here. This guy's still on good. Put all my tanks in there for safekeeping. How many bombers I have? I'm gonna fight it there. Really good. Really kills them out.
Under
I have
attack.
some here and most of the rest of them are in the air.
We're under attack.
I have a lot of troops on me right now. Up here comes the bombing run. One of the big ones. It's not a very big one.
We're under attack.
Off the bay.
Oh yeah, then the others just standing there ball. Just target them. So now I'm not targeting them like that. Take them out.
Orders received.
Yeah, you piss me off. Take your points too.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
Yeah, a couple more points in the shutdown, but I think like 4 of the bombers. It's definitely like one more. Like a few actually.
We're under attack.
So maybe I did deserve to be destroyed by these guys later.
We're under attack.
No.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
Look at that.
We're under
That's
attack.
a lot of planes for one base. The other planes have already been deployed out of these 2 bases.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
Yeah, that's what happened. Missing more planes trying to kill them. Didn't go
We're
well.
under attack.
I think I should have built a couple more waves today against here though. There's almost no one attack from this side. I thought Russia would eventually build back up. They never really built up another airport. Well, actually they do. A little later. Actually they have some bombers right now. They just never sent them. Didn't know that.
We're under attack. 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 We're under attack.
They really do have a ridiculously large army. The Kingdom does. Okay, here's my big attack, I think. Send in all the fighters first, then the bombers.
We're under
I
attack.
realize the bombers can't go that far. There's one major bomber that thing. I'll send out all the fighters here, then the bombers. Planning to do just like a massive scale invasion on these guys. How many planes there are here?
We're under attack.
Right, I missed
We're
a
under
lot of them too. Just a lot of planes. Alright, we'll see what happens. See, their fighters are already
We're
engaged.
under attack.
Take out half of the
under
planes
attack.
off this island.
We're under attack.
So, yeah, look at this. Look at that. This is all my giants going. Invasion's coming, so this is a massive amount of fighters. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. 7 of them. The
We're
rest
under
of them
attack.
bombers too.
We're under attack.
All dead. Every single one. I sent that one back.
We're under attack.
A couple others.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
So we lost literally
under
3/4 of my troops there.
We're under attack.
It's ridiculous amount of enemies.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
If I never did launch them all the way to my base, I don't even think I'd reach it that well. My planes might have a little more
We're
field
under
damage. Oh yeah,
attack.
then the orange launched a small invasion here, so I'd taken out all my guys.
Secure.
Luckily I, I had 2 infantry who could take them out.
We're under attack. Secure. Secure.
These civilians can attack, there's nothing wrong with it unless you like 50 of them attack one guy, honestly.
We're under attack.
Yeah, then they took out 2 of my boats and they took out their submarine. Yeah, this is when I get pissed off and like, you know what, I'm gonna outplane them. The 4 airports. Send out those planes, I'm pretty sure every single one of them dies. Because I was making a run for this airport last time and I didn't even get halfway to it. They have a bunch of airports, they have 5. Why does it do that? I started like really militarizing up this place because I was just like, man. rocket fighters up there.
Wir under attack.
Try to get him back. Pretty sure all of them died too.
Danke, Herr Admin.
That's the sad part.
Just give me the
These
bird.
Russian planes keep trying to make it here, but they can't even, most of them can't even make it halfway there. Most of them can't even make it. I think those are quite useful.
We're under attack.
Yeah, I think you guys take out all these guys here. I don't even know what they use. What is that? It's stuff in there. No wonder I couldn't find him. He's a ranger. He must have pulled in like an airstrike. I never saw him. He must have just escaped or something, because I never saw him. Because I knew all those guys had died, and I had no idea how.
Yeah, we're under attack.
Oh, yeah, I wish I would have saw him.
Oh.
I'm sitting in one bomber. That's gonna go well.
We're under attack.
Yeah, I don't suggest sitting in one bomber at a time. Ever. So it's just gonna get taken out.
We're under attack.
I think I start watching bombing runs over here. Every single time they're playing this shut down, they have troops deployed. They're French. How for some reason? Half of them are pouring the ocean, so I mean they die. But I haven't made it to the ground, so I don't think troops are good to the station. They launch a lot of bombers pretty soon. Like non-stop. I take out every single one, but they keep launching.
Settlement tower complete.
Alright, look, this is where I build a 5th airport.
Secure the area.
Pretty sure I just launched a few planes. Get ready to launch another big invasion in week.
Splendid. Splendid.
Secure the area.
Waiting for all these planes to come up. I'm not sure why it's popping up. I'm not in recording mode, I'm not even in game mode. This game is kind of buggy sometimes, it's so old, but it's an awesome game. I've never seen anything RTS like it though. Resource gathering and etc. They have to
We're under
the bomb
attack.
runs. And they keep going. It's just a plane every few feet too, it's just like a pain in the butt.
Tank factory. We're under attack.
Cause like they get the bombs off of like at least half of them, almost as sure as cannons every time. They keep deploying more and more. Yeah, keep deploying more and more civilians to try to repair them, and they keep on them. So usually I see fighters like this keep attack.
We're under attack.
Get mentioned. I have a massive amount of planes here. Yep, I load up
Secure
all the
the
boats.
forts.
This is when they get taken
Secure
out.
the forts.
This is when all these boats get taken
Secure the
out.
forts.
Don't know what Flocker submarines does it. Does it? Oh, probably these guys. Up here we go. This just looks sick.
We're under attack.
Sick.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
We're already getting hit.
Orders received.
We're under attack.
I think I managed to take out all the
We're under
fighters and
attack.
stuff. This and
We're under attack. We're under attack.
up there, the submarines are taking
We're
out.
under
I think.
attack. We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack.
Because I didn't even see this happen.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
That was a ton of money
We're
I
under
was
attack.
trying before that invasion. I think, yeah, I got one ship off.
Armed.
That basically take out everything on the island. Besides all the, oh yeah, they deploy even more planes. They just rig the rest of my planes.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
So all the planes that took off, see them
We're
return
under
home.
attack. We're under attack.
Let me finish up this one too. So that's all the planes that return home.
We're under.
We're not even close to when it took off. But yeah, we need to get bombarded.
We're under attack.
Sight.
Come on, dodge.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
Splendid.
Dodge a few of them, but
Orders received.
finally get more fighters out there to help them out. We need to go there for fighters.
We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack.
So all the planes, all of them are dead. My entire ground
We're
is
under
dead.
attack.
So launching attacks is like borderline impossible.
We're
So
under attack. We're under. We're under.
anyways guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if
We're
you
under
enjoyed.
attack.
If you'd like to see more or even some
We're
live
under attack.
action in this game. And those of you who are still with me, sure let me know in the comments. But I'll see you next time.
We're under.
Hey guys, real quick, just wanted to show you the stats for that game. See your total population, it goes up and down with my bombing runs. Let's see the next graph. Army size. Alright, let's go ahead and cancel these guys out. You can see when I launch my plane attacks. They drop. My units got destroyed so quickly. That was probably my first bombing run, that was probably my second fighter attack. Precision count, they just started getting killed in the end when they were starting doing the bombing runs on that. Not even the whole game I showed you guys. I just didn't want to keep you guys for the next hour and a half showing you a 3 times fast forward game. I only lost 276. I killed 445, so that's pretty good. They're the best as far as that goes. Almost destroyed the most buildings. Of course, Yellow did that. They lost the most units too. Not funny. But they had so many resources it didn't matter. Food, I had the most. Look how much wood they have. That's just. Who needs 118,000 wood? Especially not in Minecraft. So overall, I had the best military, best economy, best society. Thanks for watching once again, guys, and let me know what you think.